let's have a look at my comedy autographs. Ahoy everybody, and welcome to another of my autograph collection videos. And today we're looking at my comedy 10x8s. So that's stand-up comedians plus actors from my favourite comedy shows, such as Hello Hello, Goodies, Green Wing, Have I Got News for You, League of Gentlemen, Little Britain, Monty Python, Nevermind the Buzzcocks, Psychoville, Red Dwarf, Spaced, and then any other comedy ones. This is more or less full, so this will take a while to go through, so this will be over 2 or 3 videos I would have thought. So let's get cracking. So first up we have Danny John Jules. This was the first time I met him, I think. This was at London Film and Comic Con, and as you can see he's dedicated it Yo. Actually I think this might be the second time, thinking about it, I met him. He's always nice. He's not as chatty with me as he can be with other people, but probably because I'm not so chatty with him. But yes, he's always pleasant. So Danny John Jules, of course, is Cat in Red Dwarf. This was at the same London Film and Comic Con. This is Chloe Annette, who played Kochanski in Red Dwarf. She was lovely. This was through the mail. This is Julian Rind-Tutt. Well, I think it's Rind-Tutt. It might be Rind-Tutt, R-H-I-N-D. This is him in Green Wing. He's done lots and lots of other things as well, including a Bond. But yeah, Green Wing is, in my opinion, one of the greatest comedy shows ever. So I wrote to a few of the cast. This was in person. This was at Collectomania 11, I think it was. Might be wrong there. Anyway, this was in the shopping centre in Milton Keynes. This is Alexei Sayle, comedy legend. Stand up. He was in The Young Ones, had his own series on BBC Two. He was very nice. I had a little laugh with him, but yeah, happy to have met Alexei Sayle. This was at London Film and Comic Con. This is Bill Oddie, of course, from The Goodies, and then better known nowadays as a wildlife broadcaster. They were meant to have all 3 of The Goodies at the event. Unfortunately, Graham Garden couldn't make it. He was stranded on a plane. He was meant to be back from holiday the day before, but he wasn't back. So unfortunately I only met Bill and Tim. But this is Bill, who was very nice, and I asked him a bit about music. And this was Tim, who is just one of the nicest people there exists. This was another through the mail, another one from the Green Wing collection. This is Stephen Mangan. I do like that photo. Somebody I'm very fond of, Stephen Mangan. Very talented actor and seems to be a very nice guy. And he's a Spurs supporter. Next up is Hattie Hayridge, who was the second Holly in Red Dwarf and also Hilly. This was the first time I've met her. This was at Collectomania. She is just lovely. This was through the mail. Really happy with this. This is Terry Gilliam, of course. Monty Python fame and renowned film director. This is the photo I sent him. So he signed it for Martin, Love Life Luck, and you can just make out his signature in red, and he's drawn a cartoon of a hand writing the signature. And then I'll skip straight to this one. A couple of days later I had a underpaid postage card through the door from Royal Mail, so I went to the sorting office to pick it up, and enclosed was this in a handwritten envelope. I won't do any more because obviously you'll see my address. So why I had a separate one from him as well, I don't know. Whether he saw my letter twice and hadn't realised he'd already seen it, I don't know. But really happy to have got a second one from him. This was also through the mail. This is Mark Gatiss, one of my favourite people on the planet. A quarter of a League of Gentlemen, co-creator of Sherlock, writer and sometime actor in Doctor Who. So many wonderful things. Just so talented. and really happy to have that. This was through the mail as well. This is Bill Bailey, one of my favourite comedians. I've seen him live a number of times, but never met him. But happy that he signed that for me. This is a dual sign. Two of this quartet were at Collectomania at Milton Keynes in the stadium. And that's Nigel Planer, who plays Neil in The Young Ones, and Christopher Ryan, who plays Mike. Christopher Ryan's also been in Doctor Who as a Sontaran. Nigel Planer's been in so many other things. Maybe able to get aid one day. Has done a Collectomania last year that I couldn't attend. So hopefully he might have enjoyed it and might come back, in which case I will, if I remember, add him to this. But Rick, sadly, will never happen. These are through the mail. This is Ashley Jensen from Extras and lots of other things as well. I really liked her in Extras, so I wrote to her, and happy that she signed both my photos for me. This was through the mail. This is Reece Shearsmith. This is an image, I think I did a screen cap from the Extras on the Spaced DVD, if memory serves. But anyway, Reece, one quarter of the League of Gentlemen, half of the cast and writers of Psychoville and Inside Number 9, and again, so many other things. League of Gentlemen are my favourite comedy acts, so really happy to have them. Just realised he seems to have done my eye twice. He's sort of done my eye as part of a T, and then he's also done it with a rounder eye. Yeah, anyway. This was through the mail. This is Lucy Montgomery, who's a comedy actress. Been in lots of things, worked with Harry Enfield and Vic and Bob and so many things. She was one of the main cast members of Titty Bang Bang. Really like Lucy. I wrote to her and sent my own photo. They returned it unsigned with this one and a little note saying unfortunately she was too busy, but this is a genuine signed photo. So happy to have that. This was through the mail. This is Michelle Gomez again from Green Wing. Again, another brilliant photo. I have subsequently met her for a role in Doctor Who, but that's a nice one to have. This was in person at Collectomania in Milton Keynes in the shopping centre. This is Arthur Bostrom, who played Officer Crabtree in Hello Hello. He was really nice because he put good morning, best wishes. A little run of Hello Hello I think we've got now. This is Guy Siner, who played... Oh, I'm terrible with the character names. With the officers. Yeah. Anyway, again, very nice. The late Sam Kelly. Is it Gruber? Might be Gruber that Guy Siner played. Or is it Sam Kelly? Oh, I don't know. I'll put him on the screen as I usually do. Yeah, Sam Kelly. He was very nice again. I had a little chat about working with Paul Merton with him. Very talented guy, sadly missed. This is Sue Hodge, who played Mimi. Again, she was lovely. Saying how much she liked her hair, and she referred to it as her, as in she saw Mimi as a separate entity to herself. This, of course, the lovely Vicky Michelle, who played Yvette. And she was just as lovely in real life. Then Terry Jones of Monty Python and Ripping Yarns and so many other things. This was actually in person. He was at Collectomania. This is a screen grab from, I think it's from another something completely different rather than from the TV series. But this is what's this? And his musical, Marvelous Musical Mice, but I can't remember the character name. But as you can see, he signed it best from Terry Jones and his musical Mice. But he was really, really nice. And it was a thrill to meet a python. Something I have subsequently done once more. This was through the mail. This is the genius that is Mark Heap. This is him in Green Wing as Dr. Statham. He's been in so much. He was Brian in Spaced. He's the character name is just gone. In Friday Night Dinner, he is Next Door Neighbour, and his name is... No, that's silly. Wilson's the dog, and... I'm going through the alphabet now, trying to think of it. No, it's completely gone. I'm going to have to put it on the screen. But he's done so many things. As I say, he is just a genius. Speaking of comedy geniuses, this is Kevin Eldon. This was through the mail. As was Mark Heap. I can't remember if I mentioned that. Kevin Eldon. This is him in Nighty Night. He's speaking to Jill on the phone, hence he's added Jill. He was in This Morning with Richard Not Judy, World of Pub, guest appearances in most comedy shows. He's just one of the funniest men going. He had his own TV series that ran for one series on BBC Two. And he's from my hometown, Gosport. This was through the mail. This is Steve Pemberton, another quarter of League of Gentlemen, half of the Psycho Villain Inside Number 9 team. Also in Benidorm and Whitechapel and lots of other bits. I'm sure you're all familiar with him. This is him as Pauline in Series 3 of League of Gentlemen. Excuse me. And the final quarter of A League of Gentlemen. This is the non-acting part. This is Jeremy Dyson, who co-writes usually with Mark Gatiss, and he's done lots of other work outside the League. He co-wrote The Wonderful Funland. He's been script editor on lots of things, including Tracy Ullman's last TV series. He's done lots and lots and lots, and is a very talented man. This was through the mail. I actually received this just before Terry Jones was announced for the Collectomania he was at. So I wrote to him and received, this is the photo I sent, and received it nicely signed with a little covering letter that I've just realised shows my address. So I'll blur that. This was also through the mail. So this is Simon Pegg. Again, I wrote to him, sent a picture. It was returned with this pre-signed but genuine photo and a apology note also signed. This was at Collectomania. This is Marcia Wallace, another sadly missed person. She died a few years back. She plays Mrs. Crabapple on The Simpsons, or she played rather Mrs. Crabapple on The Simpsons. She was really nice. She commented on my name because, of course, one of her students in Simpsons is Martin Prince, and I pointed out that I did actually have a friend whose name was Martin Prince. But yeah, she was lovely. This is Danny John Jules. This I got in a Gold Pass goodie bag, so that must have been the one I got for London Film and Comic Con when I 2003. No, I've not been going that long. I think it was London Film and Comic Con 3. That's where the 3's coming from, I think. Anyway, so that was in that. And this one, sadly, the gold pen she used is coming off rather drastically, but it's still legible underneath. This is a lovely Emma Pearson. I nearly forgot her name. Who's done lots and lots of comedy. She hasn't done that much lately, unfortunately. The last thing I saw her in was it a Death in Paradise? Might have been. But she was in Time Gentlemen Please, Hotel Babylon, Vet, lots of other comedy appearances, and she's lovely. And wrote to her, and she sent back a nice little signed note that you will see in another folder. And she signed this, as you can see, It's in gold and it's all flaking off. Dear Martin, wishing you all the best. Much love, Emma Pearson. Oops, this was a Collectomania. How are we doing on this one? I'll make this the last one for this video. So this was a Collectomania, must have been 9. Yes, I think it was Collectomania 9. This is Lee Cornes, Cornes, I think it's spelt. This is him as Paranoia in the Red Dwarf Series 2 episode Confidence and Paranoia. He's also, I think he was in a Young Ones, might have been in a Bottom. He's pretty well known for playing one of the teachers in Grange Hill. Done lots of other stuff as well, and he was a really, really nice guy. We had a nice little chat. So yes, that's it for the first part of this folder, and coming next week will be the second part.